So it was when Jesus received the sour wine, he said, "It is finished." And bowing his head, he gave up his spirit. Now please notice the words, "It is finished." He's not saying, "I'm finished. It's all over. This is the end. Goodbye, cruel world. I'm done for." He didn't say, "I'm finished. He'll be back." He didn't say, "We're finished. I've worked hard for this movement for years, but boys, this is it. Women, this is it. We're done. It's all over now." He said, "It is finished." It was a cry of victory, not defeat. It's a single word in Greek. The word tetelestai. Now, tetelestai, that single word, had an interesting set of uses. When a servant would fulfill his master's bidding, whatever it was, master said, "Do this or do that," and a servant completed that, he would go to his master and say, "Tetelestai, I've finished what you told me to do." Jesus, being the servant of the Father, the ultimate servant, this is so appropriate for him to say, "It's finished," because Jesus said, "I have come to do the will of my Father and to finish his work." Now on the cross, he could say, as a servant to the master, "It is finished." But it was also a word that the priests would use when they would inspect the lamb that you would bring to be sacrificed. Remember how they would look it over and make sure that it's without blemish and without spot? If it had no blemish and no spot, the priest would say, "Tetelestai, it's without blemish." Again, it's an appropriate statement because Jesus, according to Peter, was the lamb without blemish and without spot. The perfect sacrifice, tetelestai, the perfect lamb. As a priest, but the lamb offering himself, he could say tetelestai. Third, it was used by artists. When an artist would make a work of art, like a painting or a statue, when it was all done, he'd look from afar and go, "Tetelestai, it's completed, it's finished, it's done." And you know, it's appropriate that Jesus said tetelestai in that sense also, because when you read the Old Testament, you don't get a complete picture. You get a prediction here, a prediction there. You get a little bit of the storyline, but then in the New Testament, it all comes together. And you step back from the plan of God, and it's like, what a work of art. What an intricately woven story it is tetelestai. It is perfect. And number 4, it was used by merchants. When something was paid for, when it was finally paid in full, tetelestai can sometimes be translated paid in full. I paid it all. And so we sing, Jesus paid it all to him I owe. Sin had left its crimson stain, he washed me white as snow. Tetelestai, it's paid in full. So on the cross, when Jesus said, "It is finished," not "I am finished," not "we are finished," it is finished. Which means it's a completed work. We talk, and we've told you about the finished work of Jesus Christ before. You can't add to it, you can't take from it. Which means when you try to add to it, you are insulting God. When you try to say, "Well, God, I hope you will accept me. I'm going to try to be a really good boy so that you'll love me and accept me, and maybe one day I'll go to heaven by being a good person." How many times do you talk to people and you ask them, "Are you sure you're going to heaven?" "Well, I sure hope so. I'm working hard on it." That's an insult to God. That's saying what Jesus did on the cross wasn't enough. Wasn't paid in full. Jesus said it is enough. That's what tetelestai is all about. Paid in full. The picture is complete. The servant has done the bidding of his master. It's all done. He said tetelestai. Paid in full.